Let's talk about regret. Let's just focus on what is a regret. We all have one or many, and somehow, whenever we have time or something related to our regret, something happens inside us. Somehow, we have a resistance to our anxiety, our suffering, our sense of repent associated with that particular regret. What I will like to say that it is a psychological mechanism we have to understand because somehow we see or feel that our regret is stopping us to move on with our lives. So try just one thing. Whenever you have regret or an anxiety about something where you have done mistake before, you were not good enough before, so just accept that sense of incompetence, sense of insufficiency inside you, that you are not good enough in that direction. And a mistake happens simply because of that. Mistake will not happen if you know what to do. The old personality, which was involved in the mistake, was not a good enough personality. We want to be our old self, which was somehow perfect in our subjective sense of self, and it thinks, or we think, it was the perfect personality before a mistake or a trauma has happened. And we keep on dwelling on the past way of thinking, and it's very necessary what I am saying. It's very necessary to remember this, that we get stuck in our old personality. The moment we do a mistake and we block it from being in our life, it is in your life, even if we somehow psychologically we try to block it, that it should not exist, but it is there, and all you have to do that accept. The mechanism of regret is simply that you were not good enough in that direction. You might have had knowledge from before, understanding from before, but maybe you were not careful enough. And that just not being careful might have created a big mistake, big trauma. Maybe you were young, maybe you were in a certain life situation where you could not avoid the mistake of happening from happening. So just accept it. And what I'm saying is a psychological mechanism to feel and see inside you. It's not something logical. It may be, there is logic to it, but it's not a intellectual logic. It's a subtle logic which happens when you watch your personality which is regretting. Your life is moving on. You are stuck in your old personality, the temperament, the nature you have had. You want to be more and more, forcing yourself to be the same confident you were, like the old self. That's what most of us are trying to do. We are trying to be our old self. We're trying to be something invincible, in our old personality. But try to think, try to realize, was your old personality enough, good enough? You must have been denying something, you must have been suppressing something, and suddenly it broke out and spread into your lives. So remember what I'm saying. Accept the new life exactly what it is. If it is unhappy life, it is a struggling life, just accept it that this is my life. Accept the weaknesses you feel in this life, the embarrassment you feel in this life, and feel that something you are not and you want to be. And start from the place where you feel the weak. You feel like you can't control the situation. So just learn how to control the situation. With the acceptance, this yes, I feel not strong enough, so I will make myself strong. Not by suppressing our weaknesses, by understanding our weaknesses. Not by simply dwelling upon that how bad you were, how good you are, you should don't deserve this mistake to be happening in your life. You were wise enough, still it happened. You may be, you might have been wise, but we all fall sometimes. And reason is not only you, because we as a society, we as a collective, we all affect our lives, the society you live in, the culture you are living in. So don't just blame yourself. Sometimes the moment you are born, your life goes in a direction where you maybe don't have chance to even recover and see and feel who you are, how you are. So there is no logic or really a sense to why things happen. There is no one controlling it, but there is a very essential mechanism through which things happen. But it is controlled by your own soul and it can be changed by your own soul, which you have to understand, which I will discuss in another videos or talks. But until then, just accept your new life as it is. If you don't accept it, it's like you are in a new situation, you are at a new workplace, you are at a new education with new people. You want to be the old person, but you are meeting new kinds of people, which may be the mix of the people you are used to meet, at the same time something new. They have something new in them. You try to deny, ignore, being dissatisfied. So remember, old personality was not good enough. That's why the mistake happened. For whatever reason. It might not be even your fault, but it's your life you are living in. And that's why we are even trying to help people. If help exists for the simple reason that not everything is a person's fault and things can be changed for the better, we don't need to suffer unnecessarily even if the mistakes happen. But the way we have made the world, it's nothing but a struggle. And it's nobody else to blame than the way we have become chaotic in our ways of living life. We don't have chance to just sit, relax, and see for ourselves what kind of life we are living. So please avoid unnecessary things in your life. Just do what you love to do. Don't run after ambitions. Evaluate your ambitions and see where your life is going. And whatever I'm talking, it's not just words, it's a mechanism for change. You don't have to understand or remember what I say. Just by sitting, closing your eyes, feeling the sound of my voice can make a change inside you. So just remember it and feel the change happening inside you, which removes all your regrets and you become a new person. Thank you for listening, and please have your questions or any matter you want me to say to talk about. I have been getting some questions about the way I talk, the way I say things. I will explain it in another video. But until then, be yourself. Thank you.